In this video, I'll be discussing the much overdue Real Madrid rebuild, the players that have come in, the players that are linked with the club, and lastly, the Kilyan Mbappe rumors. Stick around till the end to get the latest on the Mbappe deal, and some things I picked up after doing research. First, we have to talk about the players that actually have left the club. Finally, Real Madrid gets massive wages off the books after the termination of Hazard's contract. Adding a player to replace him instantly gives Real Madrid more options next season. There were a total of 4 forwards that left the club: Asensio, Hazard, Mariano, and of course Benzema. Despite being tempted from Saudi Arabia, Luka Modric decided to extend one more year. Modric is still, even at his age, one of the top midfielders in Europe. But Real Madrid currently has 7 midfielders, with Cabellos agreeing to extend his contract until 2026. Can I just say that Cabellos deserved this contract extension? He has been such an important player off the bench. His work rate is second to none. Today, Real Madrid confirmed the signing of Espanyol striker Jose Lu. The 33-year-old scored 16 goals in 34 games in La Liga last season. That's an excellent goal-scoring record, and he's obviously familiar with the league. He's also 6'4", giving the squad a much-needed physical presence in the box. He's a massive upgrade from last season, where Carlo had to deploy Mariano and Hazard in the 9th spot. We know also that teams in La Liga like playing a deep block against Real Madrid. Having someone that can get on the end of a header is very important throughout the season. Fran Garcia rejoins Real Madrid from Rayo Vallecano for €5 million, which is a bargain for a player of his quality. He's not really a starter. I don't expect him to play over Ferland Mendy in big games, but he's a great addition to the squad, as the left back role was one that was lacking. Brahim Diaz joins Real Madrid as well after being on loan for 3 years in Milan. He's a dynamic forward that's good in tight spaces. Having a player like him off the bench against a deep block will be extremely beneficial to the squad. With Real Madrid having 7 midfielders, we've seen with Chelsea last season, more isn't always better. But there's no manager in world football that's capable of managing egos, keeping players happy and creating a family atmosphere like Carlo Ancelotti. Here's the thing: Modric and Kroos have been starters at Real Madrid for almost a decade. Modric is the new club captain, but who's the actual face of the club going forward? Who's going to step into Benzema's shoes and be the leader game in, game out? I don't expect 38-year-old Luka Modric to start every game. Is it 22-year-old Vinicius, who in my opinion has grown a lot, but still has a little bit of time to fill those shoes? Is it Thibaut Courtois, who makes an important save every single game and bails out the team in big moments? Is it David Alaba, who has shown excellent leadership since joining the club and with being a great mentor to players like Camavinga? Or is it Federico Valverde, who's taken a giant leap last season? Valverde has a lot of competition and he'll have to justify his selection. But if we see the Valverde pre-World Cup, we could be looking at a future Real Madrid captain and one of the best midfielders in the world. Only time will tell. Now, talking about the marquee signings for Real Madrid this summer, Jude Bellingham is a generational English talent. Real Madrid fans should be really celebrating the signing of Jude. He was chased by Liverpool and Manchester City for months. Jude was under a lot of pressure to join an English team, but he chose Madrid, which is a huge credit to the recruitment team. They flew out to London to meet with Jude and his father ahead of the Champions League clash against Chelsea. But someone that also played a big role in the recruitment of Jude is Zinedine Zidane. Jude and his brother were Zizou's guests for the Champions League final in Paris against Liverpool. Now, I don't know if Zizou just invited Jude out of the kindness of his heart, or if he even invited him with the vision of Real Madrid signing him to the club. It was mentioned in the press today that Florentino Perez would like him back at the club in some capacity, potentially to also help recruit other great French players. Jude Bellingham himself said that match between Liverpool and Real Madrid was one of the keys in him choosing Real Madrid as his next destination. Now, before moving to Mbappe, I just want to say, Real Madrid, please sign a right back. As much as the club needs a striker, you simply cannot go into this campaign with Carvajal and Lucas Vazquez as the 2 options at right back. It's really a disaster if you don't sign anyone. I have not seen any links to our right back, despite it being an urgent role that needs to be filled. If anyone knows something that I don't, please leave it in the comment section below. Real Madrid ended the 2022-2023 campaign with a plan to rebuild the squad, but that plan went completely out the window just weeks after the end of the season. Everyone at the club assumed Benzema would stay at least one more season, but no one anticipated an offer from Saudi Arabia for €200 million a year. After Benzema's departure was confirmed, all of the world's eyes turned to Harry Kane, except for Florentino Perez's eyes. There was no confirmed links between Real Madrid and Tottenham. By all means, Tottenham wasn't even approached. With Harry Kane coming down to his last year of his contract, which made many people ask why. Is Real Madrid really going to sign Havertz and play him as a number 9? But what happened next didn't make any sense at the time. So a fan in the streets of Madrid asked Florentino Perez, will you sign Kilyan Mbappe? This is a question he gets a million times a day on the streets of Madrid. But on this particular day, Perez decided to respond to that question by saying, yes, just not this year. The very next day, we hear about a fax Mbappe sent to PSG saying he wasn't going to renew his contract indefinitely. The timing of all this seems convenient to say the least. This, of course, got the leadership at PSG furious, and Fabrizio Romano said that they gave Kilyan Mbappe an ultimatum: sign a renewal this summer or be sold. Now, this puts Real Madrid in a really advantageous spot. Perez has basically told the leadership at PSG and the moment in the street, basically, fine, be hard-headed, keep him another year. I'll just get him next year for free. I'm relaxed. I don't care. I don't have to have him this year. In my opinion, I think this is a masterclass by Florentino Perez. That was a strategic move by him to position himself into a win-win situation. Mbappe also signaled that he's not keen on leaving, which will probably make the leadership at the club insist on his departure. If I had to say if he's going to Real Madrid this summer, based on all of the historic evidence of him being flaky in the past, I think I'll have to say yes. I think next season, Kilyan is a Real Madrid player. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. And do you think Real Madrid will actually sign Kilyan Mbappe? If you guys like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you like it and subscribe to my channel. And thank you all so much for watching. Hala Madrid.